It's only been one game, one small sample size from Brock Purdy, but I know this is a man that you covered in college as well.
I did. I watched him in college.
Exactly. So from a skill set perspective, how do you compare a Brock Purdy maybe to a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo?
The thing about Purdy that was really evident from his college tape is he's very streaky, and when he finds his rhythm and feels confident, man, this guy will turn it loose and he'll make throws. Now, that's both a positive and a negative because there's some throws he really can't make well because he just doesn't have the strength to do it, but it doesn't stop him from trying to do it.
Right.
He's a very confident player. He's got a bit of a gunslinger attitude about him.
Yeah.
And he does have second reaction movement ability.
Let me ask you this, Greg. And I agree with you. To me, I saw some fearlessness out there. Like he was throwing balls into double coverage.
Well, that's what he is.
Yeah.
He was like that in college as well.
Would you consider him to be a mobile quarterback, Greg? I mean, because I hear that that's one of the elements he brings to the field. We've had a small sample size here, but I hear he likes to move.
Yeah, he has mobility, and he can get out of the pocket, and he does like to move because he has a playmaker attitude to his game. That's the way I think he thinks of himself, and he plays that way. His sophomore year at Iowa State, he had a phenomenal year. And I remember watching the tape that summer. And he was an interesting guy because, I knew he wasn't going to be a big-time pick. A lot of people were talking about him at that point. But I just saw that the talent wasn't quite there. But he made a lot of plays. He was one of those, like, as I said, playmaker quarterbacks. In the NFL, that can be diluted a bit just because the talent's better. But he does have that dimension to his game, yes. I don't know if you know Purdy's background. He came out of Arizona. He was a super high, pretty big-time recruit.
Yeah.
And he went to Iowa State. And in this era of transfer portal, and we just went through a week of seemingly every college football player transferring, he went to Iowa State as a big-time recruit, and he was so bad early on he wasn't even listed on their depth chart, and to his credit, he stayed. And he ended up being a 4-year starter who started 46 games. Now, I don't know Brock Purdy at all, but just from afar, that to me says something about the kid and his commitment and his dedication.